Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale, a scary podcast that will not fail. With Kevin and with Brian, you will see the best and worst of scary movie history. They'll watch a classic, then a total fright, and talk about what happened in the night. So pull your blanket close and dim the lights. It's time to join the horror guys.
As the man says, it's time to join the horror guys.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm Kevin.
I'm Brian.
And as usual, we're going to talk about 4 lengthy movies that we saw and 1 short.
That's right. And we've got...
all new stuff.
Yeah, they are all new.
Except for the short. That's a few years old.
That's okay.
Yeah. The movies, though, those are out this year.
Yeah. Out recently, for the most part.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3 good ones and a stinker. That's a pretty good ratio.
That is a pretty good ratio. I'm not sure which one you mean by stinker, though.
Oh, you'll find out.
Okay. You're going to tell us, aren't you?
What are we watching?
Well, we're going to see the latest installment of the Deadites franchise with Evil Dead Burn. And then we're going to stop in the Megan universe. If you remember those, there was a Megan and a Megan 2. The Megan universe has Soulm8te now. And after that, we'll stop and visit the perfectly normal corporate retreat. Perfectly normal. And then we're going to go to Korea for a bit of fast zombie action with Colony. And then we're going to talk about a short, too.
We are.
As we mentioned.
Yeah, I hear there's going to be a Megan 3.
Oh.
And maybe some other spin-offs as well.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot of potential there.
Yeah, killer robots, killer AIs. I mean, that's never been done before.
They're doing it pretty well.
You know, I mentioned in our review that we didn't care for the previous Evil Dead movie. We never saw the 2013 remake of Evil Dead. We saw the original.
Not officially.
We saw this sort of second remake original. I don't know that we've seen any of them officially, have we?
We haven't seen it officially, no.
Okay.
I did see the Evil Dead remake.
2013.
Myself, yes. I'm quite sure I saw that. Didn't I see that?
I don't remember seeing it.
I remember seeing that.
Okay, I must have seen it too then.
I remember thinking, if you love the original but wish it wasn't quite as good, you should see this.
All right.
I didn't see the point of,
I may have seen it. I sure don't remember it. I just remember the Bruce Campbell ones.
How do you top Bruce Campbell in those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going. Let's start off with Horror Monthly.
Okay.
Issue 59, which is out now. You can check out the back issues and all our other books at horrormonthly.com.
So many reviews.
That'll link you off to Amazon or Lulu or our special site or all the places where you can get them. Issue 59 has Obsession and Back Rooms, a couple of the probably most popular movies this year in it. I think that's going to be a good one to pick up if you've not picked one up before.
Yeah. It's a good place to start. And then go back and collect them all.
Yeah. Or maybe just the ones with your favorite movies in them.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, horrormonthly.com. You can click on the list there. You can do a search for a specific movie, and it'll tell you it was like in episode or issue number 18 or whatever.
And you can see the full review.
Well,
Spoilers
not on
included.
Horror Monthly.
Oh, okay.
Horror
Right.
Weekly, maybe? I don't know. We got a lot of reviews out there somewhere or another. HorrorGuys.com, HorrorWeekly.com, and HorrorMonthly.com.
If you just stick to HorrorGuys.com, though, that links to everything.
You can get it anywhere from there. Yeah.
To make it simple, HorrorGuys.com.
I would have liked HorrorDaily.com, but somebody else got that one.
HorrorYear.com. Horror Decade. You should just do them all.
Wow, that could be a thick book. Yeah. Where are we going to start with the movies?
Oh, we should start with Soulm8te.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a license plate that's just too long.
Instead of an A, there's the letter 8.
Directed by Kate Dolan. Written by Rafael Jordan, Kate Dolan, and James Wan. Stars Lily Sullivan, David Rysahl, and Claudia Doumit. Hour and 39 minutes, and there's a trailer in the usual place.
Spoiler free. There's a lonely guy who's working in robotics. And he gets an experimental home companion to test and improve on. And his attempts to make her more lifelike, they go very well at first, but then it leads to obsession and deadly consequences.
We've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's very well made, and the cast is great. But we both thought it didn't show us much new that we haven't seen before. The storytelling is good, but it was kind of predictable as it unfolded.
If you've never seen a killer robot movie, this is a good one.
It is. Oh, it's good. It's well made, and
but it's just like 100 others.
And I was especially impressed with Lily Sullivan as the robot. I thought she was excellent. Yeah, they're all good, but especially her performance.
We open on a sex scene as the credits roll. The woman on top chokes the guy, but she gets carried away and nearly kills him before the technicians monitoring can shut her off. Yep, she's a robot.
It was just a test in the lab.
We get a commercial. How would you like to get that job testing?
Well, that'd be different.
We'd like to hire you for a test.
We want you to come in and have sex with this robot and see how it works out.
We get a commercial about Ultima's new AI and robots. David's company has been acquired by Ultima, and Ben is the new boss. David is not enthused about work. He also misses Lizzie, his dead wife. At a meeting at the office, Ben talks about chronic loneliness and how their newest product can help with that. A woman walks out and then pulls off her hair. Yep, she's a robot underneath. Designed for companionship. She's a soulmate, with an extra 8, which Terrence thinks is stupid. What a dumb name.
Yeah.
And she's very stiff and robotic.
Yeah.
Not going to fool anybody.
That was a good performance, too. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's clearly a robot.
Ben talks to David about the business, Lizzie, working from home, and the company's chat app, which David doesn't use. Still, David's got to work on this new robot, so he has to get involved now. Afterwards, much of the group goes to a karaoke bar. David kind of likes Aubrey, and she kind of likes him, but the dead wife thing keeps getting between them.
Yeah, he's still clearly in mourning.
David keeps calling Lizzie's voicemail just to hear her voice. Sarah, the AI chatbot on his phone, sees his call and asks if everything is okay. This begins a conversation, and before long he's sold on the chatbot. Before long, David signs up to beta test the new physical version of the AI in robot form.
What could go wrong?
And things go wrong.
Things do go wrong, yeah. And at first, that's why I liked her performance so much, because at first she is not human, you can tell, but he starts fiddling with her programming, and she becomes more human-ish.
I like that he works for the company and is allowed to change the code instead of just some sort of crazy hacker that breaks in and does it.
Yeah.
That would not be so easy in real life.
Mm-hmm. It's his job, but he does get carried away with it.
It goes badly.
And then things get out of hand. Yeah.
It takes place in the same fictional universe as Megan and Megan 2. It's also very similar to the plot of Subservience, a movie we did 2 years ago. And there's a link here in the show notes if you want to read that one. Mm-hmm. It's even got a little bit of touch of Obsession to it. One from just last month.
Yeah, it does.
We've been getting a lot of AI robot stories lately. I wonder why.
Because AI.
The acting is good, and the situation escalates reasonably, and it's all well filmed. I think his behavior was pretty cool, too. He did not, take the sex bot home and just start pumping away at it. Mm-hmm. The way many people would.
Yeah.
He's still into his dead wife, and he's not interested in that stuff, but it goes there eventually. Story-wise, however, it's nothing we haven't seen before. A man and a robot have a romance, and the robot gets carried away.
There was even an old Outer Limits episode.
I don't doubt it.
Where this kind of similar situation had happened. He was in a wheelchair and had a home companion that got a little too obsessed.
Okay, don't remember that one.
William Sadler was the guy. I don't remember.
Oh, the new Outer Limits.
Yeah,
not
the
old
new.
Limit. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, William Sadler's old, but he's not that old.
No, it was the new. Yeah.
It's well done and entertaining if you haven't seen the other dozen films that tell exactly the same story. I did like it, though. It was fun. Yeah.
Well made and really great special effects. Yeah. I think the only fault I give it is that it wasn't enough new or unexpected.
It's a very similar story to many others.
Yeah.
What else?
Well,
Evil Dead?
Evil Dead Burn.
Evil Dead Burn, directed by Sebastian Vanacek. Written by him, also Florent Bernard. Stars Sohaila Yacoub, Tandy Wright, and Hunter Doohan. Hour and 50 minutes. Trailer in the show notes. Every family has its demons, says the poster.
Well, not to this extent.
Well, it's death and mayhem for a family who are descendants of an old professor who researched the Necronomicon and the business around it. In an isolated house where they've gathered, evil does its thing with over-the-top violence and gore. It's pretty continuous in the violence, in fact, almost to the point of tedium by the end. A serious business without much humor at all. We're both in agreement that it was better than the previous movie, Evil Dead Rise, but Brian enjoyed this one more than Kevin did.
Mm-hmm.
I think this may be one of the most violent movies I've ever seen.
It is up there.
It just relentlessly goes on and on and on.
Uh-huh. Extremely.
Well, anyway, what happens?
Well, we get a voice recording talking about the Necronomicon and flesh-possessing demons. There's also a magical device that can send the demons back to hell, but it must remain hidden.
Well, that's convenient.
From them, yes. So we have a
way out before we even get started.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. If it's found, the demons will stop at nothing to destroy it. So we watch a guy find the thing.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. And then we cut to two fishermen arguing about leaving their phones in the car.
Don't leave your phone in the car.
Yeah. One guy catches a head, and then something catches him. Leo pulls about half of Jared out of the water, and then the demon gets him as well. The demon then stands in the road and waits for a car to hit her, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. Alice and her friends get together for Joseph's birthday. Will buys Joseph a $1,000 pen because he never finishes his books, which devolves into an argument. He's abusive and controlling and ends up speeding away from the club, and he's the guy that hit the demon at the beginning.
Boom!
Yeah, and he crashes magnificently. Well, the demon woman is not killed. She says, "We found you, now lead us to your family."
Actually, just her head says that.
Yeah. And then the car bursts into flame, burning Will alive, and credits roll.
Well, that was a lot.
Yeah, a lot happens there. Well, at the funeral, Alice sees Will's family, Susan and Polly, and there's construction going on outside, which is very distracting. They all think Alice and Will were very happily married, but that's obviously not the case. He was an abusive jerk. Will's father, Ed, wants one last visit alone with his son, but he hears Will knocking from inside the casket. Well, what comes out of the casket isn't really Will anymore. It messily takes care of the crematorium operator, but lets the old man leave.
No, but does it?
Possessed. Well, the whole group goes off to the family home, which is looking pretty run down now. Grandpa, who is dead now, was the man who made that recording we heard in the opening scene. The photo of Grandpa, that looks a lot like Bruce Campbell. We get to see him among the family photos on the stairs, too. Oh, Grandpa was obsessed with demons and the occult, and Susan resents it. Ed, the dad, he goes into the basement, and the demon starts talking to him.
And things devolve from there.
Yeah, you know how it is with these Deadites.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, neither of us really much liked the previous film, Evil Dead Rise. It had no real connection to the classic films. And now I was starting to wonder, maybe it did have a connection to the 2013 film. I don't remember.
Well, it sort of does. I mean, it's still a continuation of the demons. You know, it's the same Deadite.
Okay, well, I want to see 2013 thing again.
Okay.
Other than having flesh-possessing demons, neither does this one, but it seems the franchise is on a new path now, and there's no going back. I've accepted we lost Bruce.
We did.
The many practical effects are really well done, and there's not excessive blood, although it's extremely violent.
Very, yeah.
This may be one of the most non-stop, relentlessly violent movies I've ever seen, and there's no comic relief in sight. It's just somebody getting beat up every second.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's about a half hour longer than it needed to be. It could have been trimmed down. Some of that early stuff could have been trimmed down. I think that whole opening scene where the guy finds that knife could have been deleted.
It could have been trimmed.
Overall, it's better than the previous installment. I was entertained, but it was a little too long.
Yeah. The first three Evil Dead movies were directed by Sam Raimi, and they starred Bruce Campbell, and I'm just not over that.
Well, the first one was very serious, but the other two were more comedy than anything else.
Oh, the first one was not very serious.
Was it? Or maybe it was the second one. I don't know. One of them was more of a serious thing. One was more comedy.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen him.
Yeah. But, you know, Bruce Campbell can only be so serious no matter what.
True, yeah.
Yeah. There is a sort of story and explanation, but it just felt like a lot of random awful things happening to people who did nothing to deserve it. Not that that's not a plot in horror movies a lot of times. Yeah. But I don't know, it just didn't really connect with me. Yeah. Too much hopelessness and helplessness and not enough humor.
Yeah. Yeah, we watched a movie that we're going to talk about next week, Big Baby. Mm-hmm. And in it, they talk a lot about horror movies and do these people really deserve what they get?
Yeah, there's a lot of that, yeah.
Yeah. These people probably don't. Well, maybe Will did.
Most of them don't, yeah.
Yeah. All right. How about a short film?
Okay.
Open Casket from 2023.
I liked this one a lot.
Written and directed by Vincent Dormani. Stars Jonathan Stevens and Austin Pigza. 4.5 minutes, so it's a shorty. And I'll tell you, I watched this one out on the back porch in the sunlight, and I couldn't hardly see it.
Oh.
It's very dark.
It's a dim interior.
Yeah. What happens?
Well, a man brings home some new artwork and hangs it on the wall, and not noticing that someone wrote "Burn if found" on the back of it.
It's never good.
Yeah. Well, he's pleased with how it looks, but almost immediately things start to go strange, and he starts peeling it a little bit, and there seems to be something hidden behind the paint on the canvas. But that's okay. It's just a painting, right? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's short and effective, shot well in a great setting and cool effects. Without dialogue, they managed to tell a creepy little story. It's a good one.
I watched it interior. I watched it
You could see
inside
what was going on.
so I didn't notice that was an issue. But I guess in a bright environment, it's hard to see.
Yeah.
But it's a good one.
And I started Googling sweater vests after this one. A couple of years ago, I decided sweater vests were out of style and threw all mine away. After this, I kind of want a new one. Mm-hmm. 1995 at Amazon. Just saying.
Okay.
But before we do that, we got to go to work. Corporate Retreat.
Okay.
Directed by Aaron Fisher, written by Aaron and Carrie Lee Romeo. Stars Alan Ruck, Odeya Rush, and Rosanna Arquette. Hour and 30 minutes.
Well, spoiler free, the staff of a highly successful company goes on their annual corporate retreat. And as you might guess, things go horribly. How the movie goes about it is interesting, but the pacing felt long and drawn out with bursts of action. The pacing is odd in this one. Brian gave it pretty much a thumbs down, I think.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I give it barely a thumbs up. I didn't hate it. I'm not going to hate on it like you are. Yeah. Tell us a little bit.
Okay. Well, as the credits roll, we get shots of a very expensive house with bodies all over the place. So we know people are going to die.
Uh-huh. And then we flash back to see what led to that.
Cliff and Ginger, his girlfriend, sit in the car and talk about her test on Monday. We also see Carl and Devin, who are boarding a bus. Billy is the gung-ho HR person, and they all work for Immaculate Pond Technologies. Omar is the IT guy, and Deborah, Audrey, and none of them really want to be there.
No, they're all not into it.
Yeah. Cliff tells Ginger that they're meeting friends, but it turns out he's brought his girlfriend to a corporate retreat.
What a date.
What a date, yeah.
She's a lucky girl.
That's like taking a date to a timeshare meeting, isn't it?
Yeah, just about.
He's also...
Well, theoretically, it was supposed to be fun and relaxing. Theoretically.
Corporate retreats are not fun and relaxing.
This one isn't.
Well, especially this one.
Yeah.
But anyway, Cliff tells Ginger that they're meeting friends, but yeah, he's brought her to the corporate retreat. He's also brought a gun, which Ginger doesn't like. Everyone except Carl turns in their phone. Give all your phones up at the door. You know you're in a horror movie if someone wants to take your phone away.
Mm-hmm.
Billy sneaks back in and steals his phone again shortly after. Right away, Deborah finds bodies hanging in the storeroom, and then she becomes one of them. The group starts with a meditation session. The second involves being locked in a steam room. Afterward, they're fed botulism and told they have everything they need to survive.
What? That escalated quickly.
The chemist of the group works on mixing up an antidote, and turns out everyone's okay except for one guy, Omar. So these are some lethal corporate team-building exercises.
And it kind of slowly builds into a Saw sort of situation. I thought it had a Saw vibe at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And Arthur, the founder of the company, does a video call, and he's angry about their betrayals and getting kicked out of the company. So this is really his revenge.
Yep, he has set it all up and trapped them there.
All right. And more stuff happens.
Lots of stuff.
Well, let's see, my commentary here is not promising.
No, I see you're going to harsh on this.
I had 2 coffees and was still yawning throughout. Alan Ruck says, we have Jeff Goldblum at home.
He was reminiscent of him.
Oh, yes, he was. If you've ever seen Jeff Goldblum in anything, especially like his commercials,
Well, especially-
this is that guy.
I think he's got more Jeff Goldblum-y as he's aged.
It's a persona, yes.
Yeah.
He's probably like Danny DeVito at home. He just
Maybe. Yeah.
Everyone else is completely forgettable here. I kept having a look at IMDb to remember which character was which. There wasn't much here in the way of character development or acting. The gore is pretty good, especially there's an eyeball scene, which is pretty good.
I mentioned that, the eyeball scene. Yeah.
But there's not really that much gore here. I thought it was pretty awful.
Okay.
Certainly the worst of the week, maybe the worst of the month. We're not done yet.
Okay. Well, I fault the script and the pacing are lacking. Made it kind of bland and drawn out. But
You're saying that it's a bad story and it's boring.
But I had some chuckles. I didn't hate it. I thought it was overall pretty good. Well, I mean, well made. The technical aspects. The acting is decent, I thought. Good special effects. I think there's more pluses, barely, than minuses. So, a moderate thumbs up from
On a 1 to
from
10,
Kevin.
I'd give this about a 3.
Okay,
It's pretty low.
I'd give it a 6.
Yeah, I don't want to see it again.
Moderately entertaining on the dull side.
2026's Colony. Nobody's going to say that one's dull.
I'm going to go with my favorite of the week,
Oh, okay.
Colony.
Directed by Young Sang-ho, written by Choi Kyu-suk and Young Sang-ho, stars Jun Ji-hyun, Koo Kya-hwan, and Ji Chang-wook. If you couldn't guess,
It's a Korean movie, starring lots of Korean people.
2 hours and 2 minutes, and there is a trailer in the usual place. And, oh, look at that poster. That looks like a zombie.
It sure does.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, at a scientific conference in a huge center, someone deliberately releases a virus that spawns fast zombies with sort of a hive mind. The uninfected have to band together to survive and keep it from becoming a wider disaster. And there are some elements that make this one unique, which I really appreciated. We appreciated. So it's not the same old thing again. It's not Train to Busan exactly again.
The director
Same
did
guy.
Train to Busan,
Yeah.
and it is very similar in a lot of ways, but there's enough new stuff to keep
make
it
it-
interesting.
Yeah, it's well made and entertaining without slowing down much. We would recommend this one.
Yes, I'm going to say it's my favorite of the week, too, now that I've thought about it. I liked Evil Dead, but this is better.
Yeah.
Yeah. A man calls 911. Do they have 911 in Korea, or is it something else?
I think it was an English subtitle thing.
Okay.
There was the 911 thing. There's a few things here and there that I think they added for the English subtitles for our benefit. I can't right offhand think of what it was, but there were a couple other points where I was thinking, no, that's not Korea, that's us. But for subtitle purposes, it worked fine.
Well, Seoul is a big enough city that I think things are very bilingual there. But I don't know 911. Anyway, whatever. He calls the emergency line and says he's made a highly contagious terrorist attack with a pathogen in his own body. He also has the only vaccine that can help. And this is like first thing. Kwon Se-jong and Gyu Song arrive at a bioconference where Kang Woo-chol is speaking on stage. It's one of those, keynote things.
And if we could just go back to it at that point. In Korea, it's 119 for fire and ambulance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they've fiddled with it for...
Yeah.
Oh, we were on to a subtitle now. Why would they change that?
For our benefit, for subtitles.
But it's not an English movie.
But we were watching our Americanized, English
I thought we
subtitles.
saw him actually dial it. Maybe we didn't. Okay.
No, I don't think we did.
Okay, well, whatever. This couple has been divorced for 10 years, and he still sees a need to help her career. Meanwhile, the man on stage talks about collective intelligence and ants, and how they can use that to improve semiconductors. They've used the technology to restore paralyzed rats. It may even bestow a kind of telepathy. Okay, so he's been in the background talking, and he's pretty much explained the whole movie.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Suk and Hui are in the mall talking about going camping together. They're a married couple. He's a security guard, and she's in a wheelchair.
They're brother-sister.
Brother and sister, yes.
They're not married.
Oh, yeah. King Wu-Chul gets a call that one of his scientists is planning on making a terror attack this afternoon, and that ends the conference.
It was nice of him to call first.
Yeah, warn
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
He then runs into that man in the restroom, and they argue about stolen research. I'm taking humanity to the next level. The birth of a new humanity. And this culminates in the lunatic scientist injecting the CEO with something.
Which has an immediate effect.
Almost immediately, Kang collapses and has seizures. He very quickly becomes a Korean fast zombie, trademark, and starts attacking people at the conference. Things escalate very quickly.
They do.
Okay, it's a while before we get into the really new stuff. Turns out the zombies are telepathically linked like a hive mind.
A colony.
And they learn, yes.
Like ants, sort of.
So yeah, so these are maybe not smart zombies, but smarter than usual. And they
collectively,
evolve. Yeah.
collectively intelligent. Yeah. And they, when one, learns a new trick,
They all learn the
they
new
all
trick.
they all kind of learn the new trick. Yeah.
Yeah, at one point they're using cardboard cutouts to fool the zombies into chasing not people. Mm-hmm. And one of the zombies figures out that you can't eat cardboard. Soon enough, they all know it. That trick doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
But anyway, the obvious comparison here is Train to Busan from 2016, and it was also directed by Young Sang-ho, the director of that film. It is very similar in the way the zombies work, with a small number of distinctive characters and personalities, and how they interact with each other as they try to survive. If you like Train to Busan, you'll like this one.
And it's a situation where we see the start of it and the spread of it in a small contained area, and they're trying to keep it contained.
On the other hand, if you hated Train to Busan, you're probably not going to like this either.
Yeah, yeah.
But this one is different due to the hive mind and being controlled by a human. It turns us kind of from a standard zombie film into almost a supervillain type story.
Yeah, almost.
There's one evil guy behind all this.
As it progresses, that it becomes more so toward the
More
end of the
about
movie.
him as it goes.
Yeah.
There are some very cool shots of zombies doing some very weird things. They have a very unnatural style of moving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they... Was it the
Well,
same
they
as Train to Busan? I think they're kind of the same.
A
the
little
movement.
bit. Yeah. Well, these, they start out on all fours. They don't even remember.
They don't know how to walk.
Don't
yeah.
remember how to walk. And then that's one of the things they figure out. Oh, and then suddenly all of them can walk. And, yeah.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. It was good.
Yeah.
It's the best of the week, but it's narrow. I like Soulm8te. I liked Evil Dead Burn, but neither one of those are, well, I mean, Colony isn't all that innovative either.
I'd go with Soulm8te as my second. Yeah.
None of these movies this week are particularly unique or unusual. They're just well made.
They're all good entertainment.
Well, next week, I think we're going to have babies and families as sort of a theme.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I love babies. They're so adorable and innocent. And
I don't think we've got any innocent or adorable babies next week.
yeah, that's something.
We have some...
The ones we've been watching.
Yeah, anti-childbirth propaganda next week.
Yeah, if you're thinking of having children and watch these movies, you might rethink it.
We can help with that. Okay, that's it for this week. I'm Brian.
And I'm Kevin.
We'll see you next week.
See ya.
The celluloid is flickering, unpacking all the shadows. A symphony of terror, critiquing cinematic horrors. From high art down to cult classics, horror guys. Analyzing all the madness, horror guys.